Maryland. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jackson, first play, going to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come, because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 71 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
At their own 33-yard line.
Two in, the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
That one complete down the field to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Two and a throw again. They complete it to Hill. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
H.M.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
H.M. is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
They'll run it. H.M. with it.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
A 1st down carry for Henry.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Henry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Yo.
Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
20, TX.
Now Tua.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 10.
Right here. Let's go. 21G, 21G.
Tua going to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
And it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
57 yards.
And the Dolphins are back within a score.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Ravens 14, Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off line.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
13.
Inside handoff, Henry.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, the touchdown a minute ago on offense got him back into it, and now the defense turns right around and forces the turnover.
And you and I both know if you're going to come from as far down as they have to, it's going to take both sides of the ball, maybe even the special teams to get involved. And so far, they've done exactly that. Offense scores, defense does its job. They're making their move.
The drive starts with a run from H2H.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From midfield, here's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
All right, fellas, listen up. East right, snug. 21G, 21G. Out.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, cover one.
A give, running right, H2H. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Tua. This one thrown underneath to H2H. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Here's 2nd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa being chased out left. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run for it with H2H. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run H2H, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Tua. Touchdown! Durham Smythe from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 14. Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
180. Hey, report.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And shutting him off. Now open field. Derrick Henry all alone.
He's on his way.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. 76 yards.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Throwing Tua.
Short throw to Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Here's Tua.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Tua. And the throw's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run for it. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This is first and 10. Here's Jackson.
He'll buy some time right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now.
No, we changed it.
Now Jackson.
Dancing to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's first down.
Henry up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
Jackson to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Cover one high.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, HN.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching